Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy evening to join me. I really do appreciate it. I gotta be completely honest here. This is not my first take of this video, and in fact, it's my second take of this video. I just can't stress enough that, I try to make one-take videos, and then I get halfway through them, and the strangest things ever happen. I couldn't explain it to you if I tried. And instead of sitting here trying to explain to you guys what the hell I'm even talking about, I want to just talk to you guys about public service announcement, you feel me? And that PSA, I'm losing a little bit of my zing here because, I just said this stuff, but, no problem. Let's say it again, because I have no problem saying things 50 times if need be to get it right. This is, in fact, the story of my life. If we were all only so privileged, and I guess I definitely mean that in all of its ironic and unironic sense, shout out to all the people out there that know exactly what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Anyways, let's talk about Feel Free and Honey, alright? And also, I'm not going to retract and go back on something that I had brought up in the previous video. It's a little weird that no one's talking about the Las Vegas shooting incident, right? And, it's been a long time, and I know that's kind of like a random thing that I'm saying here, but if you watch the video that I was making before, it may have had some more context. Unfortunately, that's not something that we can do, so we're going to continue moving on, and link in the description below to a recent video that was uploaded here on YouTube talking about the most recent things that have come out about that particular case. However, it should be noted that according to the local police department there and all of the sister agencies, that case is closed, right? That is something that we do not speak of here in America. God damn it, Albert, talk about something else. Okay, fine, but there's a link in the description below, that's all I'm saying. Anyways, let's talk about that drug at the gas station that's called Feel Free. Okay, here's the thing. Complete disclosure. As a child, as a youth, you feel me? And I'm just saying that, the things that I say, as they concern my past, are just things that I say, and I'm in character, and, it's just, a fictionalized version of what otherwise, could potentially be, construed as other kinds of behavior, right? I mean, what else are you gonna call being, 12 years old and sneaking out of your parents' house so that you can go to Walgreens and buy what the good old truckers had in stock for you, which is these caffeine pills. All right, so I was going there. That's the big reveal, right? Is that back in the day, the big drug, and it still is today, although it should be noted that a lot of those different places that sold those kinds of pills have now not been allowed to sell that kind of stuff, so you gotta go to a different kind of a store or whatever. But again, this is just all alleged things. I absolutely know nothing about anything in life. Please don't listen to me whatsoever. I do know that caffeine pills were a thing, those honey jacket bees or whatever. I mean, ask a handful of friends, you feel me? Yeah, we definitely did that because I guess sleeping was something that was not cool when we were 12 or something. I just bring that up because today there's a drug out there that's sold in gas stations, and I'm hearing that a lot of people buy it, and you don't have to be a certain age to buy it, or forgive me, you do have to be a certain age to buy it now, but now it's sort of one of those things that I may or may not have done, which may or may not have led to a stomach pumping, as a teenager, as a result of me or may not asking somebody that was a grown-ass adult to maybe or maybe not buy me alcohol when I was underage. And then that maybe or maybe not didn't work until the second adult, after the first adult maybe or maybe didn't steal the money that my friends maybe or maybe didn't give them to do that, I'm just saying that, I get it. I am familiar with the kinds of behaviors that stupid little boys do, right? Like, as if anything changes, you feel me? I'm just saying that, like, feel free. And again, I say that because unjokingly, it's that same kind of behavior. I mean, take it from this guy, right? Like, I may come off as this perfect, good looking, awesome kind of a guy, you know what I mean? But holy shit. Anyways, that's not the case whatsoever. I'm just saying that, like, I understand that I could be that sucker right there too. Oh, that was another funny thing that I wanted to bring up too, is that, like, yes, I'm a sucker, okay? And that was something that I had brought up to prelude on the thing that we had just talked about now or whatever. But hopefully now all of the things that I did say in the video that is now lost to time forevermore, like about 6 years of my life or so, in terms of just, like, think about that. How much time have you lost in your life? You feel me? Like, doing stupid things, or hanging out with dumb people, or, like me, spending a lot of time, maybe too much time, with yourself, and continuing to make the smallest of mistakes that ever so much just, like, really, really push me to the edge, Make me want to start singing Godsmack, you feel me? Anyways, and also, it's like 3 days away from me maybe shaving this beard, but we're gonna get into that when I'm not in character. Alright, so let's continue talking about feel free. Link in the description below. If you're on this, or if you've tried this, again, like, I just said not to listen to anything I ever told you to do, but, like, here, maybe do this, because, like, it doesn't sound like a good thing, you feel me? It sounds like it's a really, addicting and dangerous thing, but, like, who am I to tell you what to do, you feel me? I'm a nobody, and honestly, again, I mean, I just got through telling y'all that I've made some pretty dumb decisions in my own life, and that I'm not far removed from being that sucker at the gas station buying that little blue ass bottle filled of whatever the fuck is in it, you know what I mean? Just so that, like, I can get a little mind high, you feel me? I mean, again, your boy is not above that, alright? I'm just saying, and this is a dark and deep joke, but I am 2 years sober, and after all, you are talking to somebody that, successfully was a drug addict for 8 months, So I'm just saying, holy Jesus, I'm a little mad at myself, I think, honestly, low-key, between us, I think I'm mad at myself, so, take that as you will, whatever, I'm in character, who cares? I'm just saying that, another scam that I wanted to talk about, and not necessarily that feel free is a scam, you feel me? I mean, again, and just disclaimer as I say this, I don't mean anything at all. I'm just a stupid, dumb, straight man just talking shit. But it's sort of like drugs in and of themselves. Again, like, they are life-saving in some instances. I mean, seriously. That is not something that can be debated, right? But I'd say our lives are pretty bad if we all have to consume little blue bottles of feel free on the daily to feel free, There's so many more easy things to do. There's, like, easier ways to make large amounts of people happy and not so needing to self-medicate all the time, you feel me? Because, again, there's a time and there's a place for everything, and I'm sure that feel free also has its time and place to be used, and certain, I mean, again, like, can they just spend the money, R&D that bitch, and make it into a kind of medicine? I mean, like, after all, that's what Coca-Cola was before, and all those other different kinds of things. I just am thinking to myself that there's got to be some kind of benefit to how this particular little blue bottle makes people feel, especially if people are, like, ruining their lives because of said proclamation of how it literally makes them feel on the inside, So I'm just saying, if it's worth a mortgage and a house and a marriage and, all of the material assets that you've garnered throughout your life, then, like, I mean, it must be just as good as crack. Oh God, this is again me in character here. Please, I'm being a little bit inappropriate, way more inappropriate than I usually am here. But again, I will tell you guys this. I think I'm a little upset at myself. So, anyways, now I want to talk just a little bit about honey, right? Because that was a huge scam that a YouTuber here was able to figure out. You feel me? And provided all of this different kind of evidence, and then wouldn't you know, a bunch of boomers said he was lying, and probably threatened this guy with more lawsuits than the minutes included in the long ass video that made all of the claims that it made, not including and or limited to the idea that honey is in fact a scam, and that it's really hard. Think about how hard it would be. Again, I'm thinking something that LLM can be utilized for here. I mean, we're seeing instances of this, right, on the LLM platforms, and a lot of them are now integrating different functions within the glasses, for example, the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, where you can buy things, in the app or whatever and stuff. And I just think that unless there's some, real good software behind a program that can give you the best coupon, that there's probably not even a service that can accurately do that, right? Just because, why would there be, I mean, a service that can accurately do that kind of a thing, only because real-time information is hard to assemble and make into something meaningful for end consumers. You feel me? It's a lot harder than it sounds. And I'm just saying that companies like Honey need not exist, right? And if they do, they need to be better. They need to be better at what they offer its clients, and they need to have some sort of proprietary software that allows them to work exclusively with companies that only allow them to provide maximum discount codes or whatever, or whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, companies, have free will and stuff, and they may not be people. I don't agree with that whole thing, but I do think that companies can make decisions, again, not as a legally defined person can, but I feel like they can make decisions, right? And one of those decisions they can make is to have a sale on a Tuesday that isn't, made public or whatever, or put online because of its brick and mortar status and so forth. I mean, those are things that, again, are applicatory because they're real world scenarios, you feel me? And these locations should have brick and mortar stores, and if they don't, then that would make it even easier for an app or a third-party service provider like Honey to actually give you real discounts and meaningful savings, when again, at the end of the day, the retailer usually does those things. And if you just Googled coupon code and then put in that company name, you would not need Honey. And again, I understand that takes a couple more seconds, but take it from somebody who's been trying to do nothing his entire life, a couple of seconds really isn't that long, okay? So let's get out of character. Hey guys, I really appreciate y'all taking, all of this time that you have been lately to watch all my new videos and stuff. I really appreciate it, alright? I truly do. Listen, you're getting the raw Albert, right? I mean, in terms of just I get on the camera, I try and do what I do, I try to move on with my life. I mean, it's just sometimes, there's a lot of things that kind of need to work in order for this to work. And I know it doesn't seem like it, and that's cool because, as I said before, I'm the coolest, most good-looking dude you'll ever meet. Oh my god. I need to stop roasting myself, I know, and so I'm not in character. I'll definitely try and stop. I just, yeah, I was mad at myself, and I did waste just 8 minutes of my life, complaining and fretting about the whole situation, but it's all good. It's over now. This video is almost done. We're at 14 minutes. No problem, Albert. But anyways, yeah, today was pretty uneventful, thank God. I did get another job, which is interesting because it's 2 hours of work and it pays $65, and it requires my swim skills. So I'm gonna need to get on that. You feel me? I've already put myself in this situation more than once this past summer. So, seeing as though I am Albert, and I'm an actor, man. You know, I'm not faking anything. There's no fakery here in terms of like what my profession is, right? I mean, outside of this, if that's like something you can wrap your head around, trust me, I do my best to not talk at all when I'm home and just mind my own business. And it's hard, but who can blame a guy, right? Sounds like I got a lot going on. Anyways, yeah, so I don't even know what I was talking about, but I got a little frustrated earlier because of this whole video thing. And yeah, oh, and like my hair is doing something interesting. I just am going to stop talking about myself and I'm going to focus on other things, okay? Like the fact that bunch of my new subscriptions that I got here on YouTube have uploaded new videos. I'm in this whole thing where like I'm watching a lot of true crime stuff, you feel me? So I went from like my 90-day fiance binge to now I'm like on cold case, like vintage 2004 programming, and I like shows that have a big catalog, shows that I can just watch for days. That's what I like, which is one of the reasons I like making this content, is because I do understand, of all people, that at the end of the day, your boy here has put up more videos and has spent more time making these videos than I literally have caring about anything else in my life. Oh God, not a good thing, and a positive thing for my career, I suppose, but nonetheless, I'm just saying that that's how I feel about it. It's been a really interesting last couple days, just because again I'm starting to see all of the things that I have neglected to do the past couple months, and I think that's a little frustrating too. When you've been sick for a long time and then like you get better, and then it's kind of like a gradual thing. Every day you get a little bit better, you feel me? I've said this before, and then like you feel normal like almost all the way 100%, and then you begin to realize that like your life's an absolute shitstorm in terms of like like what happened, Albert? Like I don't like what's going on here. There was some methodology to the madness here, but now it's getting hard to see. There's like a lot of clutter, and there's a lot of cleaning that needs to get done, and so I'm trying to focus on that, and I'm having a fun time doing that, obviously, because I'm here sitting with myself, talking to y'all about it. I don't know why I've had such a hard time speaking lately, and yes, I like this angle of the camera, and I'm going with it. So I'm just gonna sit here and look into your big, beautiful eyes, and I'm gonna talk for the next 30 seconds or so about whatever. What do we need to talk about here? Let's talk about how like the next week or so will determine the next few weeks for me, and so hopefully those things go good, right? I'm hoping for good stuff, and that's really where I'm at with this, okay? I will make another video. I need a few minutes. I'd like to make some coffee. I'd like to eat a cake. I'd like to regather myself, all while this video is uploading, so that you can see how your boy here gets down, alright? My name is Albert, this is Vlogs About Nothing, and I'll see you guys here in just a few minutes, alright? Bye.